Hi, my name is Mary Nelson, Miss Nelson. I'm a teacher here at CTHS and I teach digital graphics. Today we are going to be doing a duct tape zipper pouch. So in your kit you should have gotten a roll of duct tape, a zipper, scissors, and a ruler. My items will probably look a little bit different, but they are all the same. You're also going to want a clean, dry surface to be able to stick your duct tape to. Probably not anything that has paint or is a delicate surface because we're going to be peeling it up. So what you're going to want to do is we're going to take our zipper. Our zipper is about 9 inches. So we're going to set him off to the side. We're going to be working with our duct tape, our scissors, and our ruler at first. So what you want to do, since we have a 9-inch zipper, we're going to make strips of duct tape that are 10 inches long. So just need to find the end there. Sometimes it's a little bit hard. So you're going to place the end of your duct tape on your clean surface. Use your ruler to measure yourself about a 10-inch or 11-inch strip of tape. We're going to trim the sides, so if they're longer or they hang over, it's okay. No shorter than 10 inches though. So we're going to make our first cut. And now we can put our ruler off to the side because we kind of have a gauge as to what size we want to do the next couple strips. So we're going to take another piece of tape. We want this next piece of tape to overlap this first piece of tape by just a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Don't overthink it. It just needs to overlap at some point. So I'm going to overlap my tape. I'm creating another strip about the same size. Again, if it's a little bit longer, it's okay. And you can kind of see where your tape has overlapped. And if you're like me, you like for things to be nice and even. So I'm just going to peel this up a little bit and make sure that I've got it on there straight. So now we've got 2 strips of tape that are overlapping, and we're going to do one more. We're going to start here at our starting point. We're just going to overlap a little bit, and we're just going to make a quick cut. So now I have my 3 strips of tape. Let's see, mine is about 5 inches thick, and I think my longest piece is 11 inches long. Now what we want to do is we're going to start with this first strip at the top. We're going to peel this up, and we want all of these to peel up in one panel. And sometimes this duct tape is kind of sticky, so you just want to peel it up as best you can. And you can see I have just one panel. I've got one side that's not sticky with the pattern, and then I do have one side that is sticky. So my word of caution is be sure that you don't let the tape stick to itself, because once it sticks to itself, it is stuck for life. So I've done that a couple times and I end up having to start over. So you just want to be careful that when we're working with sticky side to sticky side, that you're careful. So I have my tape panel. I've got the sticky side up now, and I'm going to take my zipper. And it doesn't matter, you can lay your zipper this way or this way, but you do want the actual zipper part that opens and closes, you want that part to be face down. And what we're going to do is we're going to slightly overlap our zipper onto our duct tape and just smooth that out. And so you can see that my sides here, they're a little bit longer than my zipper, which is good. We want that because we're going to trim that side so that it makes a nice, even, smooth side once we get a few steps in. So this is where it gets a little tricky. What I like to do personally is I like to go ahead and measure my strip out. You want it to be about as long as your strips here. So I'm going to make a quick cut. And now what we're going to do is we just want to align this top piece here with the top of this piece, overlapping that zipper. And that's what's going to keep the zipper in place. So we're just going to line those up. And the good thing about duct tape is, as long as you're not sticking it together, it's pretty forgiving. So if you have little pieces here that are showing, we can always go back and add tape so that it's not sticky. But at this point, I'm not really that worried about it because when I go to do my side, that part might actually get trimmed off. So I've got 2 more strips that I want to do, just like I did the front. So I'm going to make some quick cuts. I'm going to overlap this. And then I'm going to do one more, maybe. There we go. All right. So now we have a panel of unsticky tape on each side. So you should have pattern tape on each side. And what we want to do now is we're going to actually flip our zipper over and we're going to do the exact same thing. So these strips right here are actually going to become one side of our zipper pouch. So I'm going to flip this over. You can, if you would like to, you could do them individually. I personally like to just repeat what we did the first time. So I lay my strips out, use my ruler, make sure I've got about 11 inches. And I'm just going to repeat what we did the very first time. And take your time. I've done a lot of these, so it might go a little bit quicker for me, but be sure and take your time. Don't feel rushed. This is the hard part, getting all those to peel up. There we go. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to align that zipper. Make sure the zippy part that opens and closes is face down. You can see it's even giving me a little bit of trouble there. We're going to place this right on here, and then we're just going to smooth it out like we did before. You might want to flip it over, make sure you don't actually have it on the zipper. So you can see I've got space in between the zipper and the tape, and that will just allow the zipper to open and close. If you put it over the zipper, your zipper is not going to be able to open and close. It'll just get stuck on your tape. So now I'm going to flip this back. I'm going to then cover this sticky side with my tape. Just about 11 inches. Uh-oh, we got a tape on tape situation. Okay, there we go. Just gonna align that at the top. And as you can see, my pieces are not perfect. Some are long, some are short, and honestly, that's really okay. We're gonna trim it up so that the sides are not all wonky. Okay, so now I have 2 panels of patterned duct tape. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this in half, And you can see this is where we're going to take that opportunity to trim the sides up. You want to just align your bottom pieces, align here, and I'm just going to take my scissors and make myself a nice, even side. If you want to, you can always use your ruler and a pen and create yourself a line. If you don't trust your cutting skills, you can always use a pen and make a straight line, and then that'll also give you a line to cut on as well. I like danger, so we're just gonna eyeball it here. Put these guys out of the way. So now you can see we've got our pencil pouch. It's got the nice even sides. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our roll. We want one piece that's about the size of the side of our pencil pouch. If it's a little bit longer, again, it's okay. You can always trim. And I'm just gonna take that and kind of eyeball about halfway, line it up at the top there, flip it over, and as you can see now we actually have one side that's connected. So I can trim this if you want. You could also just fold it up. Do my bottom piece. Also too, if you have a repeating pattern, you could always align the patterns if you wanted to kind of give it that seamless look. It does take a little bit more time, but it does have a really cool effect. So you can kind of see where my pattern has overlaid and where my strips of tape are, but you can always align your pattern so that you don't see that. I'm just going to trim this right here on the bottom. So you can see now we have a complete zipper pouch. If you wanted to, you could always take a couple of smaller pieces if you just kind of want to give it a more finished look. And right here where you can see where the zipper ends, you can always just place a little bit of tape right over that. One more side. And now you're done. It kind of gives it a little bit more of a finished look where you can't see those open tabs. But there you go. Now you can place your scissors and your tape in your bag. All done.